Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, folks. Michael Zuber, one rental at a time, back with his good friend Matt, the lumberjack landlord. How you doing, buddy?
It's Tuesday. I'm happy to be here.
Yeah.
Yesterday was off. We're rolling in slow.
There you go. There you go. Well, hey, I want to basically outline a question I got. I wish I could pull it up, but I lost it somewhere in my hundreds of emails. I get hundreds of emails nowadays. Like there was a time I was getting 3 or 4. Now it's hundreds. So forgive me if I've lost it. I don't know where it went. But I want to outline the question so you can I rap about it. All right.
Sure.
So basically the outline is, hey, let's pretend you were talking to I remember this specifically. I don't know why it's important, but a 47-year-old.
Okay.
This 47-year-old for most of their adult life has been living the rat race, right? Make more money, spend more money.
Yep.
At 47 years old, they have a couple of dollars put away. Let's call it 15 grand, maybe 20 grand. Let's call it 20 grand.
Okay.
They have a job. The job is secure, in their words.
Okay.
Now they realize they've made mistakes for 20 some odd years. They should have been saving more. They should have been investing more, but they are where they are.
Mm-hmm.
Let's assume they're single, because I don't remember them referring to a family in the question. Let's assume they're single.
Sure.
What advice would you give them? Let's assume this is someone in your family, somebody you trust. You would give the real skinny, the real truth. No sugarcoating.
Since it's not financial advice, I'll just hit you between the eyes like a lumberjack would.
There you go.
Because we know nothing about this person, but if I'm in that person's shoes and I'm having that conversation with one of my cousins, first of all, I'm making fun of them.
Yeah, of course.
Which I won't do
you're a complete stranger. No, but if it's cousins, they get made fun of. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, Skeeter, what did you think was going to happen?
Skeeter, you got a cousin named Skeeter?
Swear to God.
Skeeter. Oh,
Skeeter. Yeah,
I like
Skeeter.
it.
Yep. He always brings the red color keg. Yep, Skeeter. Yep. And Uncle Kevin with his suspenders. Yeah, it's a hoot. It's a real hoot. Yep. It's a palooza.
Skeeter.
Yeah. Skeeter. Yep. Swear to God, that's his name. So what's really interesting is the first thing I would do is make a joke about his name, Skeeter, because he's my cousin.
Of course.
But the second thing that I would do in having that conversation, it would just be, how serious are you about getting right? Just really, like, how serious are you? Like, are you dedicated? Are you like motivated? Like, are you really serious about doing and how fast do you want to do this? And invariably, the answer always is, wicked, I got to get something done. Just remember you said that. You said, wicked, I got to get something done. Yeah. You said it.
Yeah.
And so the first thing that I would do is I would say, okay, if your job's super stable, you've got a little bit of money set aside. What I would do is I would absolutely 1000%, I would be house hacking. I would house hack a 4 unit, 100% for sure. Yeah, no question. I would supersize it, and I would be hacking bedrooms in the unit that I was living in.
Agreed.
So I think the difference is, if you want to go really fast, you rent out bedrooms and the other units. If you want to go fast, you just rent out the other units. If you want to be in exactly the same position that you are 5 years from now, do exactly what you're doing, because nothing's going to change.
Yeah, it's funny because I've had this discussion with family members. They weren't 47, but I don't know that I guess the age matters a little bit, because again, most people want to be done by somewhere in the 60s. So I get that. These were younger folks. They were in their 30s. But the story's the same. The first thing I like to talk about is, there's really 2 things, and it depends on how they come to me. One is, the first question I might ask, especially if they're vibrating, right? You can almost sense when you get so many people coming to you, they're vibrating with excitement. I call them shooting stars.
Okay.
If I ever call you a shooting star, that's not a compliment. That means
They're gonna flame out.
You're going to flame out. You're going to flame out fast, and you're probably going to waste my freaking time.
Yep.
So you're going to get very short answers. And then if you come back, maybe we'll go deeper. So if I ever call you a shooting star, that's not a compliment. And some of my cousins, you're shooting stars. You know who you are. So I would ask them is why? What happened? Did you have a health scare? Did one of your friends do this? Did somebody die? Like, what caused this epiphany? Because I've been watching you since you were a kid, and you have always been living this way, right? If it was a cousin, we did Christmas together, all this stuff. What changed? Because what I'm looking for is the why.
Yeah. Sure.
Is it something that I can anchor on and maybe not? Maybe it's something that will hold them. Because again, what you and I talk about is the first 3 to 5 years suck. It's slow.
It's
awful. It's awful. Is that thing going to hold them through the slow period? And honestly, most of the time, no. Right. Oh, my dad had a heart attack and he told me that his biggest regret is he wasn't financially free and mom and dad didn't travel and blah, blah, blah. And then the cousin goes, oh, I better get my house in order. And then, dad leaves the hospital and, he's doing his, crazy stuff again. And kid's like, well, dad's okay. I guess it's all right. I don't need to worry about it.
Sure.
Shooting star.
Yeah. We see it all the time, right?
Yeah, of course. And so the other one, depending on how they come to me, right? If they're anchored, they've done some work, right? Like, for example, today, if they read my book, like, hey, I read your book. Tell me about this page, this chapter, right? And it's highlighted. I'm like, oh, you're serious. All right.
Very much.
What number are we talking about? I always like to go there first. Are we talking $3,000, $5,000, $50,000, 100? Like, are you in Grant Cardone's Bigger is Better and you need $1 million a month? Because let's be clear, if you need more than $100,000 a month, I'm not your guy. I have never done it. I don't have $100,000 a month in cash flow coming in. I don't, not to sound crazy, but I don't want that. I don't have any interest in that size.
Different business.
It's different. I can't help you.
Yep.
Let's be clear, right? But if you want $5,000, I'm your boy. I've helped many people get there.
Oh, sure.
Right?
Yeah, I agree. 100%. Yep.
So let's assume they're anchored, right? Their why is something I can believe in. Let's assume they have a realistic number. Let's call it $5,000. Then you're absolutely right. Single, got a little scratch.
Yeah.
The only answer would be buy a fourplex. And I don't even care if it's an old fourplex in a part of town you don't want to live in.
Yep.
You just told me you need $5,000 and you're willing to do anything you want. Go buy that fourplex. Like you said, rent out the 3, get roommates in the other, because your life's going to suck for 5 years. You are going to sacrifice for 5 years. You're lucky I am not telling you to get a second job, right?
Yeah.
If you really want to get after this thing, go work 7 days a week. I did. I worked 7 days a week to pay off my student loans.
Yeah. It's a minor life shift but everything else in your life can basically stay the same. Like if you're living in a single family home and you're by yourself, then even get roommates if that's the case. But if you're like, yeah, I don't really want that proximity, then sell your house and do the fourplex. I think it really depends on how quickly people want to accelerate things. And for me, I couldn't get another investor loan. My only option to keep my business going was to buy it, renovate it, rent it out, and then buy the next one and make it an owner occ. That was my only option. Did I want to move 9 times in 13 years? Yeah, I love moving.
No.
I'm a passionate mover.
Yeah, I'm good at it.
Yeah, I'm a great mover. No, I hated moving, but I did it because that was the only way and the best way to build the business. That was the best way to do it. And we made our life for 10 years, actually 13. For 13 years, we made our life about that process.
Yeah. Again, I would promise this cousin or whoever, the rewards are worth it, but you're going to fight me for 5 years.
Yeah, it's going to suck. There's parts of it that absolutely suck 100%. Like what you'll also find is in those first 5 years, heating system, water heater, roof.
Stuff breaks. What rule is that?
Yeah.
5. Rule number 5. Bad things happen.
Bad things. Like that's
learn
life.
And move on.
Right. I mean, for us right now, because of the transition into retirement, I'm spending almost all of my cash flow getting all of those major projects out of the way. That way, when they come up, that literally, I think the oldest roof I will have in the next 12 months, the oldest roof that I will have will be 5 years old.
Oh yeah.
I'll never have to replace a roof again. Heating systems, it's kind of the same ballpark. And so when something actually goes, it's not going to be like 1, 2, 3. It's going to be one. It's going to be a major thing. It's going to be like, who cares? So what? We can just do it. Yeah. But that's the thing is that first 5 years, you try and get things right. Now, maybe you've done the work. Maybe you get that unbelievable deal where The roof was done 5 years ago. This was done 4 years ago. This was done 3 years ago. I just bought a property like that. The rest of the property kind of sucked, but it had the roof done.
Done. I'm in. All that other stuff is cheap.
And it had the heating system done. Those are the 3 expensive things. So all that stuff had been done. So I was just like, there's nothing here that I have to do other than pretty stuff.
Yeah, pretty stuff is
done.
cheap.
Yeah, exactly. Pretty stuff you can do. 100%.
Yeah. So again, what I would tell this individual, I think the other point I just want to close with is I would also tell them you're going to be moving about every 18 months, to your point of moving 9 times.
Yep, sure.
This is not house hacking 1 fourplex and being done. Your life will get better on the 3rd fourplex.
Yes.
Right? You get 1, you live in it, 18 months, boom. You move into another one. Maybe you're doing the 4-3-2-1. By the time you get to the house, which could be as soon as 4 years, 5 years, 6 years.
Yep.
Life's better. I can show you the way. You could probably get really close to $5,000 especially if you roommate hack that house on the end.
Yeah.
You could be done.
Well, but it's even better than that, Mike, because in 4 years, right? Here's what I can tell you. Everybody, like, one of the sexiest things that landlords always talk about is somebody else is paying my mortgage. Right?
Yeah.
And you're making profit. You're going to be making enough, likely, off of the 4-unit, the 3-unit, and the 2-unit in the 4-3-2-1 strategy, where they're not only going to be paying the mortgage for that house, they're going to be paying for the mortgage in your house where you're living.
Absolutely. And then you rent the rooms, and then you're done.
It just accelerates everything.
Yeah.
You know, and again, then you can be like Dion, where it's like, yeah, I'm going to take 2 months off. He doesn't have to leave any special instructions for some house caregiver.
No.
He's got a roommate.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
And they're like, I get the whole house to myself and my rent's not going to go up. Yep, that's right. Okay, cool. See you when you get back.
Yeah, your mail will be in the pile over there.
Yeah, don't rush back.
Yeah, don't rush back. So again, one of the things I love about One Rental at a Time is we've attracted experts like yourself, but you've also gone the extra mile and added a free bonus section to my course, How to Get Started One Rental at a Time. You added the 4-3-2-1.
I did.
It is the cheat code to wealth. It is the fastest way and would be exactly what I tell my cousin to do. So you can find it at onerentalatatime.com. Where can they find you?
Sure. Lumberjack Landlord on YouTube as well as on Instagram. The other thing that I would say too is it's also the least, if you are risk averse, that is the least risky approach. I was fairly risk averse, and I was like, I don't like being tenants, being a landlord. Like, this is kind of, But when I saw the money that was coming in, and it was like, I could make bigger mistakes, quite frankly, and they weren't going to impact me as much. On a single family home, that could sink me for a year and a half of my profit. But I had to pay to be somewhere. So I was also more risk averse. And I think that that's kind of one of those neat things for that. And then lastly, live stream 11:30 a.m. on Sundays.
There you go.